The right response when caught out is to either show some remorse or try to take action to negate something similar from ever happening again. Pakistan is doing neither. The country is continuing to be defiant post the Pahalgam attack, including their cricketers, even as relations between the two neighbors keep deteriorating. And while things are intensifying, so are the war of words. Is Pakistan shooting themselves in the foot with such a brazen approach? Because if the sporting ties do end, the already struggling Pakistan Cricket Board will reach depths unseen. Despite the situation currently, former Pakistani cricket captain Shahid Afridi is refusing to keep his wits about him, a row which he himself started by blaming the terror attack in Kashmir's Pahalgam on the Indian Army. And while Afridi did get slammed from both sides of the border for his remarks, the biggest retort came from former India opener Shikhar Dhawan. But it seems like Afridi didn't learn his lessons even after the backlash. Two things to note here. First, Afridi bragging about an incident that happened in the past, and while Pakistan do think they won that battle by making such comments, maybe they need a reminder that the Indian soldier came back home safe and sound. Second, and this is just as important to note, the choice of attire in that tweet. The yellowish desert camouflage denoting the color of the Pakistani army. What Afridi is trying to show here is that he stands with his country's armed forces. Maybe Afridi is mistaking this to be a cricket battle. It is war where failure isn't an option. Like Afridi often failed while batting for Pakistan, his 30 ducks in one-day internationals proof of that. He can't just walk away with such a lackluster show here. And while the former captain is thinking that this fearless comment spree is what his country needs at this point to show an unfazed united front, it is most likely going to backfire. Because at stake here, in addition to a strong retaliation from India, is a complete full stop to sporting ties between the two nations that includes their biggest revenue generator, cricket. I want to remind you once again of what we've already spoken about. Under ICC's current revenue sharing model, India, of course, holds the giant share. It's the highest with 38.5%. England, that's around 6.9%. That's a vast difference for a very big sporting and cricketing country here. Australia, of course, comes close, third, but Pakistan come fourth with 5.8% share. And the rest of the members, including the associate nations, take home 42.5%. Which is divided between the nations. Now, while I agree Pakistan have a history of being one of the strongest cricketing nations, they have produced world champions. Their recent performances clearly do not match up to that revenue share model. They haven't won an eighth trophy in 8 years, haven't won an ICC trophy in 8 years. They have failed to go past the group stages in the last 3 ICC events, despite being the hosts in one of them. And what's worse is that Pakistan have failed to attract their own fans. With Pakistan's poor form and the results what it is, the craze for the sport in the country is also dwindling rapidly. The only way Pakistan contributes to ICC revenues is through the India versus Pakistan fixtures. The biggest blockbuster in cricket isn't just the eyeball generator, but a massive monetary influx for the ICC and the broadcasters. The India versus Pakistan matches in the last 2 decades have helped the ICC earn around $1.3 billion. The advertisers are ready to splurge as close to $59,000 for just a 10-second advert during the India-Pakistan matches. Because this is where the maximum viewership for the entire tournament comes from. It's a money-making opportunity for every industry involved, which is the reason why ICC makes sure the two are put in the same group. But with tensions growing between the two nations and murmurs of a boycott gaining more ground and momentum, Pakistan is not on comfortable footing here, which puts our neighbors in a very precarious position because India won't feel the pinch at all. India shares an intense rivalry with other nations too, be it Australia or England. We've seen fantastic contests, especially more than just being one-sided when it comes to these face-offs. And Indian cricket superstars can woo any audience on any given day, anywhere. So Pakistan needs to realize that without India, Pakistan cricket will lose out on a large chunk of the revenue that it earns. Already in financial doldrums over the cumulative setbacks of the last couple of years, that's already pulling them down. This crisis that the PCB has been trying to mitigate looks set to hit an all-new low.